The best time to buy Bitcoin, if you're betting on it becoming a store of value, was precisely the time it was showing 0 attributes of being a store of value. That's the funny part, friends. This is me in an astronaut helmet, remembering the better times. So it's true, right? The best time to buy Bitcoin was when it was dropping 85%. It was literally dropping, it was actually dropping like 92%. That was the best time to buy it. It was before BlackRock owned it. It was before its inflation bugs were even fixed. That was the best time to buy it, friends. I think there's a lesson in there. Maybe there's some coins out there you're thinking, oh, could it be this? Could it be that? Oh, I just don't know what's going on. Well, just showing you, if there is opportunity, not saying there definitely is opportunity, but if there is opportunity, you got to think about this, man. Here's the funny part. The best time to buy Bitcoin as well was when Satoshi left. Satoshi left at 60 cents. Isn't that wild? That was funny, right? Check this out as well. I think right here. So here, see this price up here, friends? Richard Hart and DaVinci J15 bought Bitcoin at 32 bucks. Yeah? I think this is funny. I think DaVinci J15, friends, put, I think all his 100K savings net worth, a lot of it, and then it went down 95% and it held up and it came back. Richard Hart, I think, put in 20K. It was probably just mining it and stuff as well. But it's just very interesting, right? So it had nothing to do with the store of value here, bro. And it's kind of funny. Friends, did BlackRock own it here? No, it was dropping 92%. You don't even know what the hell this Bitcoin halvening thing really does. You've never seen a Bitcoin halvening as well, friends. It's kind of funny, right? So here, imagine the nerves out here. So this is weird, right? There's a halvening thing in the code. The freaking guy who made it is literally gone. You don't even know what the hell this thing does. You've never seen a halvening or economic activity. And here's the thing. You don't even know if the inflation rates are proper, yeah? You don't know, like, was it halvening? Is it cutting too aggressive? Is it not cutting aggressive enough? You have literally no idea. And guess what, man? That was literally the best time to get in. Maximum uncertainty. Wouldn't it be nice to own Bitcoin at 32 bucks right now? Yeah, but you have to go down 94%. Think about that. There's a lesson. And by the way, it had the inflation bugs, right? It did. I also found this funny as well, friends. So the same guy, so this is one of the Pampy website. That's an awesome website, by the way. So Pampy, friends, you can put pampy.app. You can basically put in a theoretical insertion pump into the PulseChain Core coins, and it'll tell you how much they pump. So you have Hex here going, based off the thin liquidity, 540x. It goes to like $3 or whatever. And then like, you know, PulseX, 340x, etc., etc. The thing is, though, it's like it's a bit of a Fugazi number because, well, it's hard because you don't have anybody who's selling. You haven't accounted for that, right? Who can cap the rally. But also there's the FOMO part put in as well. You know, but I think it's just interesting. This is just something, a bit of hypocrisy because the same people sharing that, okay, they're also saying, say, pDAI can't get back to 1 cent, which I just think it's a bit funny. It's a bit funny. So they're saying this thing can't get back to like 1 cent or 4x, but they're happy to put these pictures and charts out here going, oh yeah, Richard Hart is, even though he's never said it on his Twitter, he will be using all the OA SAC funds to pump up my bags, 550x. I'm long all the core coins with you. It's funny. I'm just saying it's funny. You got to admit, it is a bit humorous, right? And also, friends, a $3 p-hex is 300 billion market cap, which is funny because friends, literally, it's true, man. It's got you by the balls. He said P tokens are dog shit. Guess what? P-hex is a P token. It's actually the biggest market cap P token on PulseChain. It is. Yes, it is. Okay. Or here's the thing. Are all P tokens dog shit? I don't think so. I don't actually care what the guy behind Richard Hart's Twitter says, okay? If he says, P stable's broken, potential infinite minting. But obviously, you go a step further. People say, no. I trust the hex code because I've checked it. Okay. You can trust that. Then it makes you think about, okay, what about those statements though? That means there's a bit of asterisk there. Doesn't that mean that? If you go and investigate, maybe there's stuff you're missing. So it does make you think about things a bit of a different way. These people, friends, this is what I noticed. They admit, most of them, it's very obvious, friends, okay? Not even just very, they've literally said it out loud, many of them. They're going to click sell and leave PulseChain anyway. So the people who are dreaming for the OA to come and buy up their bags of the core coins, they're clicking sell and leaving anyway. I already know, if you go check out the, say for example, the p-hex price, pretty much everyone knows this. They're all leaving at 10 cents, friends. They're literally all leaving at 10 cents. They're coming here, they don't care, they're out. Which I think is pretty interesting to say the least. And there's nothing wrong with speculating big or dreaming big. Don't let anyone stop you. That's what we pretty much need, that things are going to get better, that the storm is going to clear out. I think it's interesting just to see the hypocrisy though. And if pDAI fulfills the destiny, remember friends, the whole point of it would be as a decentralized native stablecoin, the whole point would be to hold it in a bear market. Yeah? That would be the whole point of it. Solving crypto's $1 trillion problem. Remember crypto's $1 trillion problem? Your friend Somi here, highest value content in crypto. Thank you very much. I brought it here to you. The biggest problem in crypto is how do we get people to hold in a bear market? Because people click sell and they leave and they sell on the way down and they just bridge out. How do we get people to stay in? Well, if there's somebody out here building something on like something to do with a stable coin, it keeps you in the system. That's why, friends, we're in a stablecoin super cycle, okay? I've literally started saying that, stablecoin super cycle. I almost guarantee everyone's going to start talking about it. Last year, I made videos called Stablecoin Wars, just to show you about it. Like you can see it right here, Stablecoin Wars, the upcoming crypto narrative. Friends, this was literally like, 3-4 months ago. And like, I didn't invent that, okay? I thought about it because I'm looking at what's happening with pDAI and these PulseChain Pioneers who are building all this stuff together. I also want to show you this as well. Like, this is the crazy stuff happening. Look, PulseChain and pDAI, the pegging scenario, forget even that in your head, right? But my friend Tommy, he asked AI, artificial intelligence, to clear up things on PulseChain Maker and what's happening. And look what it basically did. Okay, look, it says PulseChain Pioneers are repurposing PulseChain Maker to be integrated with Aave Compound Curve. Aave and Compound will help keep the vault solvent and over-collateralized. There is also a loop section which indicates a flywheel of yield collateralization, minting and burning. These are key for pegs. Seems like the PulseChain Pioneers are also building out Curve and implementing PulseChain Bitcoin too. I don't know if they will succeed, but it sure looks like they are motivated to try. This is the actual AI prompt. Look at this. The foundational structure of Maker, leverage and yield loops, dominance over key pools, Bitcoin collateralization, the Oracle reset mechanism. The Oracle reset endgame sounds like a way to ensure over-collateralization is real-time and effective, helping prevent underpeg situations, okay? And there's governance with this Gravy Aura stuff out here. So here's the thing, man. I'm looking at this. I don't think it's random, personally. And I've got these pictures out here just showing you, friends. Look at this. Look at this. This is basically all the logos put up. By the way, there's more. There's literally more to these. So Aave, Maker, Compound, all these bonding and linking up. Things are in the background, friends. And here's the thing, right? There's different DAIs. There's Richard Hart's JPEG DAI. There's Matty Allen's DAI, pDAI, when Matty Allen's got the sacrifice thing for it. Anybody else can just go make another JPEG DAI. But all these things on chain, they're all pointing to the pDAI, which is the one that ends in D0F, the smart contract address. So if they start pointing to something else, that's probably when you probably want to take a look at that contract and go, why are all these pioneers pointing to this other thing? But right now they're not. Right now they're pointing to that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to definitely 100% hold up or peg or everything's going to work out, but it is interesting nonetheless, don't you think? This is the PUSDC pDAI thing. I think it actually has now de-pegged off a bit. So it came back to a peg. It's pegged in the pool. Now I think it's not pegged. Maybe it's like unpegging out here. Maybe it's them playing around. Other people can dig in out here. I just don't think it's random, personally. I don't think a Vietnamese kid, if he was ravaging the chain, would go out of his way to just start doing like these cute pegging stuff. Also funny, friends, thinking about this crypto market. So about this crypto market, overall, macro and everything always taken over hold of us. What's happening? Uncle Jimmy Cramer, friends, got more content coming up. Of course, Mr. Jimmy Cramer saying, well, might have the 1987 crash. It's the same game all over again, friends. Literally, every single time we get to this, same thing. Okay, I don't know the future. Everyone's shit in the bed. I'm just going to hold. Comes down to it. I know it always looks bad. This is the PulseChain PLS price chart. We still need to do a 400% move up. We got to do a 5x to get back to SAC price from 4 years ago. That's painful. But if you're wondering as well why, it's because that ETH-btc, man. ETH-btc, like, that's why I give everything a pass. I know a lot of people, they keep saying, it's a failure, it's a failure, it's a failure. I'm like, dude, when Ethereum's down, friends, this is the crazy part. Ethereum in May 2021, bro, the thing's down 74% against BTC. We had the merge, EIP. We got more stable coins, real world assets, everything coming. Look, I'll be honest. I reckon there's manipulation here. Something weird's happening, dude. It feels like an institution's like, hey, I want to own Bitcoin. I want to own Ethereum under 2,000. Let's get it there. And remember, look, and it's contrarian to say, and I don't care how it sounds. They want Ethereum more than Bitcoin. That's going to have all the stablecoin rails. Bitcoin you can control. Bitcoin's just digital pet rock. It's got nothing on there. It's not even doing anything. It's just gold sitting there on the sidelines. Yeah? And they already got a lot of supply. Coinbase have 1.1 billion BTC. There's no tech being built on anything. It's just literally just pet rock. Cool. They have all the liquidity rails. They own Coinbase, the conduit of all the ETF ratings, or the ETF volume. But what don't they have, friends? They don't have Ethereum. They probably do now. But if the smart contracts, that's going to enable all the CBDCs. They have the blacklist functions. They literally have full control. The US dollar. Once they have the blacklist functions, Tether, USDC, Soynet, which is MakerDAO renaming to Soynet. They've got the USDS, USD Soy, the blacklist function. That's it. It's a bank account now. They can literally just blacklist anyone and anything. Stablecoin super cycle though. If we got this to work, this is something they can't turn off. I wonder if it plays out. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.